26. The phrase, those wonderful Swiss and African ones which vote, keep drilled armies, and dispute about religion in paragraph 1, shows that the author... Okay, this is paragraph 1 where I think the author, Mark Twain, was saying he hated the ants. He thought there was no live one that was worth as much as a dead one. And he made an exception. I have had no experience of those wonderful Swiss and African ones, which vote, keep drilled armies, and dispute about religion. Okay, so those were an exception. Those ants may be all that the naturalist paints them, but I'm persuaded the average ant is a sham. So he's sort of creating or carving out an exception for these particular ants. So which answer choice matches that? F, acknowledges that his observations of a few do not necessarily apply to all. That looks correct. So by the way, once I have the correct idea of what the author is talking about in these particular lines, I try to find a positive match before eliminating. If I try to eliminate, I mix up the ideas from the text in my head. It may not be as clear. I get caught up in the language of the wrong answer choices. I try to find the direct match first. Okay, let's check E, G, and H by elimination. E, believes the behavior of the ants is reflected in other living creatures. No, that has nothing to do with the Swiss and African ants. They were exceptions to the fact that ants are generally a sham. G, knows that disproving a commonly held belief is challenging. No, there's nothing in this text that suggests disproving a belief that an ant is a hard worker is challenging. That's not the idea of these lines of text. H, accepts that there are flaws in his interpretation of the behavior of the ants. No, he's not accepting that he's wrong on these Swiss and African ants. He says he's just never come across them, so he doesn't know them. So he's not accepting that he's wrong or that there are flaws. Again, the right idea for 26 is F. He's pointing out that these ants may not be the same as the ants he's observed, because he did not observe these ants. So again, it's very important to get the right idea from the text. That will help you enormously to get the right answer from the answer choices. 26 is F.